Hello, welcome to the Art of the Oracle. My name is Virginia and I'm going to do a daily message. Today we're going to use the Wisdom of the Trees Oracle. Then we have, what is this one? Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle. And then we have Wisdom of Elders. So let's see what the cards have to say. I think I'm going to go right here to the middle, which is, these are selenite. If you're new to this in the channel, it just clears away any of the energy from the previous day. And today we are going to ask what we most need to know. So this is the final day in June. We are halfway through the year. So how's it going for you? All right, evolve. Isn't that interesting? So the cards have been very active. If you watch the channel, you know they just kind of slide out or jump out or usually do something like that. And they give me the message that they want me to share with you. So let's take a look at evolve. So the first thing that I notice is this fiery energy in terms of all of this orange energy and the butterfly wings, because that's what we think about when we change from one element into another. We think of the evolution of a caterpillar into a butterfly, but we're all doing the same thing. We're evolving from a system that I think, I'll just speak from my own experience, that feels dense and uncertain and confused, into a space where I am recognizing my body more, and I'm recognizing different things that maybe aren't mainstream. I'm becoming more aware of my senses, my ability for for my knowing to come online, right? I have that claircognizance where I just know things. So there's an evolution of what I'm being able to experience. And through that evolution, I feel like I'm becoming more and more aware and in control on some level of what's going on in my immediate world, right? I don't have to, my emotions aren't dictating what it is that I go, where I go, how I feel, although they're still there. So I kind of go back and forth. So I am evolving into the next phase of whatever it is that I'm meant to be. Now we're all going through a regular evolution, like we are born, we're babies, we go through the natural evolving stage of our bodies, and then this is also being highlighted through the phase of our consciousness and the evolution of what it means to be here on this planet at this time. So it's asking us not to go through life, but to grow through life. And that is something, I've never heard it said like that, but I do believe that. I believe that we are constantly changing and evolving. And if we're not doing that, it's like we're going the opposite way, which is literally dying, right? So as we grow, we change into something new. So it's saying in this, it says, resist the hesitancy or apprehension to evolve, and this feeling of safety sometimes that we get from staying in the same place. So kind of, you know, some of us, it's hard to change. We don't really like it. And some of us get really excited about change. Now, one's not good or bad, but to evolve, you could be unconsciously, you know, just learning more about different things. That's an evolution. So putting yourself outside of your comfort zone will ensure the confidence and ambition that you need to spread your wings and fly. So that's what it's asking us to do. And I'm hearing this, what I'm hearing is like, be open to things that are going to come into the world that aren't going to, you know, they're maybe going to test you a little bit and go, I don't know about that. That's wonderful, right? It's not a bad thing to question what's happening in our world. It's not a bad thing to kind of say, wait a minute, I'm not sure that I believe in that. I think we should all be doing that. But also remember that the brain has learned many things, and not all of those things that are rolling around in our head are true. We create stories, we believe things that aren't true, we follow people that aren't true or real. So I, working in biofield tuning, really have been learning to get into my body more and to the conscious awareness through understanding that I am also light, I am frequency, I am centers of frequency and movement. And so through that, that's how I'm evolving, I think, is the awareness of these different layers and levels in my body. So the olive coming in, this is about the olive tree. And I love that it says several pieces here. One, we have like the sacred geometry here of the snail or the conch shell that's here. We have the owl, which is showing the wisdom. There's a little white, what I feel like an angelic feather over here, because it didn't come from the owl. He's brown. This looks like ceremony. This little vessel here feels like sacred ceremony. So it feels like through the evolution of who we are, we're going into sacred ceremony. Through experience, we gain wisdom and we start to understand the things around us. Now I'm seeing a trinity here of white things. This white flower in the vase, the conch shell, and the feather, which is saying, and then we have lots of these like little three, that's what I'm noticing here is the 3 olives, is so when you see things coming in threes, there's usually like tell you to pay attention. So with this one, this is about sanctity. And it's peace, right? So what does all that mean? It's asking us to create a space within our home, within our life, that allows us to create. Sanctity is about the sacredness of our practices, right? How we move through our life. So it's asking us to evolve and start to creating ceremonies which allow a space for us to bring some of what our learnings is into a wisdom and into a regular practice. So what it says here is create a small area in your home that is sacred. Decorate it with any objects that you feel like you would enjoy spending time with, and allow yourself some contemplation and meditative time. And to honor this space by keeping it special, or keeping it like people say their church may be a place that, where they go and they feel like they can honor and have this peace and greater sense. It's like a holy place, really. And what I'm feeling, because it's right next to this other one, is it's saying that the evolution that we're in, I believe, is also, we can look at it as a very like sacred space, right? Our evolution is very, it's very personal. We're all going to be going through this at different times. So we have imagine and beautiful. Oh, you know what? This is so funny. I had already drawn this card, but I went back to it. So there must have been more messages, right? So the imagination brings in more magic. And what I had here that I was going to bring in was from the wisdom of the elders. So it's asking you to imagine, to stay in this space of feeling the beauty of who you are. We've got another owl coming in here as well. And perhaps that's what it is. This owl is saying that you have the key. There's a little tiny key at the end of this thing that he's holding in his mouth. It's like it's like saying that the key is within you to move into whatever it is that you want to move into. So imagine the freedom, imagine the evolution, create that special space to go into a place where it allows you a greater sense of imagination, a pathway to possibly evolve. And then the beauty card, I really just think it wants us to see how beautiful this time is right now. To see that what is going on is part of this evolution that has meant to be in our world. So let's see, maybe there isn't going to be a message from the elders. These are from Shawn, Leonard, a Native American who created this deck. It's really beautiful. So is there a message of a piece of wisdom here from the elders? I'm going to go once, two, just bring in a little bit of air in here to this. Okay, maybe twice. And then ask, lastly, is there a message here? Okay. I think that that we have, okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's perfect, right? So we're back to the butterfly again with 2 and 9, bringing something together and transforming through the ending of something into something else. This is exactly what we were talking about, the evolution, the transformation, this sacred journey, this sacred space. Oh, wow, it couldn't be any better. Thank you. That was really fun to arrive at this card, right? Because just as I thought that we weren't going to get any more, it showed us exactly what we needed to understand this, that this is a sacred journey, that we have what we need to do this and to see what we're on, where we are right now as a sacred space. And we can feel that once we literally like take ourselves out of the chaos or out of the distraction and into a space where we can ask what's going on and what we need. So let's see if it has any messages. It says in the guidebook here, take note of the cycles that are going on in your world. Like, where are you on this evolutionary path, on the transformation? Are you here? Are you just beginning this phase? Are you kind of feeling like you need to go within and hibernate more? Or are you starting to feel things in a new way and wanting to go in new areas and new places? And that's the butterfly stage in the evolution. So, which is the whole metamorphosis. So it's saying where you are being called to break out of your shell and show the world your true self is what's kind of going on right now for all of us. Isn't that interesting? So let's go for final messages here from the tarot cards. Thank you for being here with us today. So we have, look at that, judgment. So this is the liberation. This is the liberation out of things. Like this is the grief. This is the pain. This is the darkness. Like if you look at this card and how it's being shown to us, it's like they're coming out of the darkness. They're literally coming out of a box, something that has held them in space, and they're realizing, you know, they're pretty tattered, and there's this like gratitude that's happening, but it's also through the sound, through the angels. It's asking us all to wake up and to be a part of this time and this evolution. Wow, look at this. So what is this card? It's card number 13, which is the death card. Very, very interesting, right? So this is about like ending. There's some ending, great ending here. And look at all this like black, like coming out of the darkness, ending a way of being, a way of thinking, because in the death card, it's always about death and rebirth. So something is ending, the old, as you can see here, the small you that had the belief that you didn't have the power to move forward. This is all ending. That's what I think this death is about. And it's asking you to reimagine that you have the key to move forward. But a lot of us gets distracted by so many things in our world that doesn't let us feel our true nature, and we can't explore where we are on the path. I feel like there might be one more card here. So is there? Okay, there it is, dropped right out. King of Cups. This is asking us to really feel into where we are. The king really understands that going into the heart space, going into the truth of where you are right now, you don't have to get, he's not overwhelmed at all by emotion. He understands that emotions are forces that kind of pull us in one direction or the other, and he has control of his emotions. See, he's looking at the cup, which represents the emotional energy, the cup here, and he looks at it because he's aware. Oh wow, I'm a human being and I was born with emotions. These emotions are guiding us. So if we have anger, why are we angry? What's within us that is being triggered, that creates that emotional response? So that's about, we are ending this dark phase where we don't understand who we are and what our greatness is. And we are going into a place where we really understand. We can see the levels. And it's all beautiful. Like I'm seeing these energies very, very similar here. This is really lovely. Very, very powerful messages this week, I feel like. So yeah, where are you on this evolutionary path? And everybody's going to be just a little bit different, but it really is asking us and really demanding of us that we take time for ourselves to go into a space that we feel is all about us. Like, that's what the cocoon is. The cocoon is literally the space where the transformation happens from one thing into the other. The evolution happens, each one of us on a solo level into the collective on a larger level. So when we take care of us, we also are better able to help be a part of conscious awareness in the world. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this message today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.